Welcome aboard Rocket Ship, the platform with the most relevant content for competitive examinations. This is our series on general studies answer writing for civil services mains examination. And as part of this ongoing series, we will take up a question in general studies paper 2. So let us begin with reading the question itself. It is a question on the Finance Commission and its role. Anyway, the Finance Commission is a very important mechanism in our federal polity. What the question says that Finance Commission is a very important mechanism in our federal polity. And then in the second part we have discuss how the Finance Commission can help redress the grievances of different states. What you can make out is that the question has three parts essentially. In the first part, you have to mention about the working of the Finance Commission and the various provisions related to Finance Commission as provided by our Constitution. In the second part, you have to briefly mention some of the grievances that states have raised about the working of the Finance Commission, and in the third part, you have to say how Finance Commission can help redress those grievances. So how do you introduce your answer? You can begin by saying that India is a federal polity. This is very important. India is a federal polity where union and states have their designated financial powers and including taxation. However, and this is very important, there are some taxes mentioned under Article 270 which are imposed and collected by union but shared with states. So this provision is the reason for which Finance Commission exists. This is the prime reason for which Finance Commission exists. Article 270, which mentions some of the taxes which are imposed and collected by the union but whose proceeds have to be shared with the states. Our Constitution therefore provides for constitution of a Finance Commission under Article 280 every 5 years or earlier to make recommendations about devolution of these tax proceeds, or rather distribution of these tax proceeds. However, states have expressed some grievances, some grief about the scheme of the division of tax revenue. As you can see, the adjoining graphic introduces some of the grievances that states have raised about the working of the Finance Commission. So, what are these? Some states have complained that their share in revenue is not commensurate to their own contribution to the tax kitty, to the tax revenue. We know that some states like the industrialized states, some southern states, etc., have raised the issue that their share provided by Finance Commission is less than their contribution to the tax. Then comes demand of some states like Bihar, Andhra, etc., for special status, granting aid, etc. Then this is a general problem of India's polity. Some states say that the Finance Commission mechanism is not as consultative as it should be. So we will elaborate on these points, elaborate on these grievances. The more industrialized states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, etc., complain that their share in the devolved revenue is much less than their contribution in tax collection. We know this was even in news recently, especially there was a furor by some states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, etc., which said that while they contribute a lot to the national tax kitty, they get much less as part of the devolved revenue. Then comes the case of special category status. Some states like Bihar, Andhra, etc. have demanded special status and enhanced granting aid, etc. Then states have often complained that they are not sufficiently consulted before Finance Commission comes out with its recommendations. States have often complained that the Finance Commission does not consult them before coming out with its recommendations. So, how do we resolve these grievances? We can begin by saying that the Finance Commission mechanism itself can help redress these grievances. And how? The Finance Commission should indeed encourage states that lack in revenue collection. Some of the states, like some of the states in North India, they have very weak tax administration, which means that they are not as efficient in collecting their own taxes. So Finance Commission can do one thing: it can encourage them through various means to enhance their own tax efforts. We can specifically mention that the 15th Finance Commission gives just 2.5% weightage to a state's own revenue collection effort. This can be gradually increased to incentivize the lagging states. So ultimately, states will start contributing more to the kitty. The kitty will increase and everyone's grievances can be assuaged to some extent. Then what about special category status? Special category status. It is to be noted that the 14th Finance Commission the 14th Finance Commission had recommended abolition of the special category status. However, some concessions can be made for underdeveloped states under Article 275. What Article 275 does actually? The Article 275 says that grant in aids can be made towards some states and it will be chargeable to the Consolidated Fund of India. And what it actually means that these grant in aids are a transfer from the union to some of these states. Then consultations with states must be more transparent. So these are some of the recommendations that can be made to assuage the grievances of the states. How do we sum up? We can, for an example, write that the Finance Commission is central to the scheme of financial federalism. Use this elegant phrase in your answer. It really sounds good. It sounds beautiful. Anyway, Finance Commission is central to the scheme of financial federalism in India with transparent consultation and flexibility. What is required are transparent consultation and flexibility. These two things are required, and these things can help remedy the grievances of the states. This is how we end our answer. We wish you all the best. We meet again in a few days. Meanwhile, you go through your notes and also always try to keep abreast with the syllabus. Never forget, never divert your attention from the syllabus. Anyway, we wish you all the best. Thank you.